Good morning, everybody. It's like 6 a.m. and my daughter just woke up crying for just like a second, literally a second, but that's all it took. I'm up. I'm really congested, really congested. I have a really bad cough this morning, but there's really no way I'm gonna go back to sleep. That's the thing that sucks about like my sleeping habits is once I'm up this close to morning, I'm up. So you can see that I still have makeup under my eyes, so I'm gonna get started on my costume. Believe it or not, I have so much work to do, but I'm just gonna start with the upper half. Like, I'm gonna paint my whole face and then start with the upper half and see how much I get done before she wakes up. But as soon as she wakes up, she's going to her Mimi's, but it'll just be like a little bit of a break bringing her. But alright, let me turn on the light and get myself situated. Let me get you guys situated for a moment. Stupid. Oh. Okay, that actually works out perfectly. So originally I was going to do a like voiceover tutorial for you guys for this look, but I'm just not feeling up to it, literally. So in my vlog, I'm gonna kind of keep bringing you back in between my makeup. So like after every step, I'll kind of give you like, I'll bring you back and show you what I've done. So first, I've done this for about 3 years now. First thing I want to do is remove all makeup, all oil, all moisture from my face. This is going to help the rhinestones stick on the most. Now the funny thing about this costume is that I can't really move my mouth very well when I have the rhinestones on, which means I don't get to eat very often. So when it comes time to eat, I always need to make sure that I really stuff up because I won't be able to eat until the next morning, pretty much. We won't be home till very late. So I'm just, if you don't know what facial towelettes I'm using, I'm just using the Say Yes to Cucumbers, but you can use anyone that works for you. This brand isn't specifically like, wow, like I love it, but for this particular look, any makeup white would work. Alright, so I got anything that was on my face off. I want to do the exact same thing to my neck and chest because the paint is going down to my neck as well. So I don't want to forget that part. Alright. The next thing I want to do is I have a black and white face paint. We're going to be using the white first. And this is going to act as kind of a... of course my nose is running. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Let me go get some tissues real quick. Excuse me. I got my box of tissues with me, and that's also kind of why I'm holding off on doing the bottom half, is because I need to go out at some point today and get like cold medicine or something because I can't have my nose running with all the rhinestones on my face. It'll all start coming off. So I can deal with everything else. I just need the runniness to go away. My voice is so terrible. So I am going to go ahead and put on my cream makeup. I'm going to cover my entire face up to my jawline. Like, I'm going to go right underneath my jawline. So I'll bring y'all back when I... Ooh, hello. When I do that. I got a layer of white paint on my face. I don't want too much because I don't want it to like crack and peel. But now I'm going to take my black face paint. We'll be using this much more later, but I want to kind of like mark out. Actually, no, I totally missed a step. Oh my god, I forgot to get rid of my eyebrows. I'm already a hot mess. So I'm going to take my glue stick and a little bit of my translucent powder, and all I do is open the glue stick, but I can't do that. So take your glue stick and run over your eyebrows, just gluing them down into place. Same thing on the other eye. And then I'm just going to keep, I'm going to kind of let this dry, go back over it with glue, and then eventually I'll just pack some translucent powder on, and then my eyebrows should be pretty much gone. I look absolutely terrifying. I ended up going over, of course, my eyebrows with the translucent powder, but then I ended up lightly dusting my face, just so it sets the cream makeup into place. Now back to our last original step. So I'm just going to take a little bit of black face paint. Everything is rolling everywhere. Oh my goodness. And I'm just going to draw circles around my eyes to kind of just mark out where I want the black rhinestones to be versus the clear rhinestones. And I gotta sneeze. My goodness, it's going to be a long day. By the way, I know this video is going to get out late because there's no way I'm going to be able to edit it like the day before. So I apologize for that, but I already know what's going to happen. So, alright, back to my eyes. So what I usually do is start drawing a circle underneath my eyes. I didn't go all the way up with the white because I knew this would be covered with black anyways. And I'm just going to kind of circle it around my socket and then bring it right up above my eyebrow. Now this is why I wanted my eyebrow to be covered, is because it's going to be covered in rhinestones, so the rhinestones need something to stick on. It doesn't matter if these are perfect or not, like if the circles are symmetrical, trust me, it does not matter. You want to try to get them close so you have the same or similar guidelines on either eye. But don't worry if your circles are messy, or it's not going to matter in the end. It's all going to be covered anyway. So just draw 2 circles and just take a look and make sure you're happy with the size of them. If you need to kind of expand one a little bit, you can do that now. And then let me make it a little more circular up here. And then what we're going to do is just fill in the entire circle up to our eyes. I don't like to get too close to my eyes with face makeup, but just fill this in because what it's doing is the same thing that we did with the white. It's just giving it kind of a background. You don't want to add, again, too much. You want kind of a thin layer because you don't want the makeup cracking on you and then the rhinestones will fall off because the makeup is what the rhinestones are holding on to. So just do a very thin layer. If it's streaky, that's okay. The rhinestones are going to cover up more than you think. Trust me. Again, this is my 3rd year doing this. I know. I'm learning from every year from my mistakes. So I'm just going kind of close to my eye, but don't even worry about it because I am next going in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in a black color to get closer to the eye. So you want some sort of black eye pencil to color in the rest, but I'm just filling in what I can, getting as close as I can or as close as I'm comfortable with. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in the other eye. So this is kind of what it looks like. I'll fill in the other eye and then I'll bring you back when we're about to fill it in with that pencil. Both eyes are filled in, so then I'm taking the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean. It's just a black eye pencil. I've allowed the makeup to dry so I don't like streak it closer to my eyes or anything, but I'm just going to go in with this pencil and just fill in any gaps around my eyes, including lining my waterline. I want my eyes to appear as black as possible so you can barely see like my actual eye. That's the goal, because I was gonna get sclera lenses this year, but they're very expensive and I don't have a dentist anymore, so that one kicked the bucket. So I'm just going to pull underneath the black and line my waterline. I'll also be adding a little bit of mascara later to cover up my lashes and just make the whole look a little bit darker. But alright, I'm going to fill this bad boy in. Alright, once this is filled in, let me see what I can use. I am going to use another NYX Jumbo Pencil. This is in the color Sparkle Leopard. It's just a very light coppery color. I know I have Milk somewhere, which is a white. You just want to use like a very light color to mark off where your sugar skull designs will be. You don't have to worry about around the eyes or anything, like those little, at least I don't. What I worry about is the cobweb on my forehead. So I always start with 2 dots in the center of my forehead, and this will be 2 different colored rhinestones. Okay? And then right above that first dot I made, make 1 line going straight up. My nose is running like crazy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I definitely need to get something. And then from that first line, I'm going to drag a second line over. Okay, make sure you get it roughly symmetrical on the other side. And then 1 more line, but this one's kind of curving a bit more. You want to make sure you leave a gap between that line and your eye, because we're going to be putting rhinestones around your eyes as well to kind of give that flower effect that a lot of sugar skulls have. So just going to line that. And then the mouth is very weird. You'll see when we get to the mouth. So I'm just going to add like a little design here. Like that. That works. But that might change. It totally depends where my mouth is. And we will do designs on the cheeks as well. Next thing I'm going to do before we go ahead and get started with the actual rhinestoning is we use translucent powder to set my white, but now I want to use black to set the black on my eyes so they don't crease or whatever. So I'm going to just pack any black shadow on my eyes and just keep it set in place. My voice is just freaking out right now. I feel so sick. It's the worst. On Halloween too, my favorite holiday, like, ever. I'm just setting all there. You don't have to go crazy with setting it. Just a little powder goes a long way. Alright, time for the really, really, really tedious part. Time to start rhinestoning. And the first thing I'm going to do is start with my eyes. So for my eyes, let's see what I got. I went through some of my rhinestones the other day to see what I had and what I didn't have. I don't know if this will be enough, to be totally honest with you. I have these rhinestones, which are kind of the more pearl ones, but I bought these as well because I knew that I would have plenty of these. So I think I'm just going to keep it consistent and just go with these. So these are size, does it say? I don't think it says. That's weird. They usually say, I think they're 3 mm, so. Alright, so literally all I'm going to do is take, I bought some spirit gum. Oh, are these smaller? Ooh, these are smaller. Okay, so I'm going to use these instead. They're the exact same thing, just a little bit smaller, and I bought a whole bunch of those. So these will be for my eyes. I bought some spirit gum, so that's what I'm using. All I do, it's like a little nail brush almost. I'm going to wipe a little bit on an area, tap it so it gets tacky, and then just why am I stuttering so bad today? Then stick the rhinestones on. I'm going to use a pair of tweezers. I actually just got to find them real quick, but I'll do a little bit, or like one eye or something, bring you back so you can see what it looks like, but my vanity is already a freaking mess. We'll be here for a while. It's been about a half hour and I got one eye done, so I have all rhinestones around my eyes, so I'm going to do the other eye next. So eyes are already done. So both are done. I just got to go over later with mascara. It looks really pretty in the light. Wait till it's all done. It's going to be beautiful. But the next step that I'm going to do is line these lines with my pink pearl ones, so that way when we go in, like I'm only going to go about maybe to my nose for now at least, so that way when I go in with the silver, I know where, you know, the pink designs are. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll bring you guys back when I have this web all done. I know that looks crazy, I gotta cut that off once it totally dries, but I went around my eyes in the pink. I also put a couple in the middle, created the web. I went a little off the lines because this was too close to this. So now basically I'm just gonna go in. Ella's actually up. She's drinking a bottle though, so I don't have much time until I gotta drop her off, but I'm going to try to fill in as many of the clear rhinestones as I can before I have to run to my mom's, and then I'll come back and finish up my face. I am back home looking crazy. I just dropped Ella off because my mom and I had arranged her to babysit while I get ready, but I took off my scarf because I had to get gas. And I'm like, I already look absolutely insane. The last thing I need to do is have my head wrapped in a scarf. But needless to say, I got some looks. But that was always fun. I'm just going to pin this bang back in that case so it can stay out of my way, so I don't get a ton of spirit gum in it. But I also heated up some leftover rice and beans because I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but once I have the mouthpiece like done, it's really hard to eat without taking off all the sequins. So I'm gonna try to eat as much as I can. If I get hungrier during the day, I'll find like a thick shake or something that I can drink with a straw that might fill me up. But I need to fill up now because this already took 2 hours. I still have to bring it around the temples and stuff. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is, first of all, eat. I'm watching American Dad on Netflix as well. I'm going to fill in the rest of here, basically to the bridge of my nose. And then I want to go in with a little bit of black paint because, let me see if I can try to show you. Where the black meets the pink, you see that there's a gap? I don't want that. So I'm going to fill that in with a black paint to kind of make it not so noticeable. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll probably see you guys in a couple hours in my next clip. So I gotta sneeze. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me, I know this is so gross. I got all the way up to the nose done, but I really can't go any farther because I need to see where the design on my cheeks will be, but I can't do that until I do my mouth. So my mouth is the next main part, so first going to line my lips. I'm probably just going to use my Palladio lip liner in sand, and then I'm going to use my Kat Von D Liquid and Matte lipstick in the color Witches, which is just black, and then I'm just going to start, you can see I didn't draw anything. I'm just going to start putting black rhinestones wherever I think the mouth will look cool, so I'll bring you back when I finish the mouth. So I can't really talk much anymore. My mouth only can move so far. I try not to laugh, but here is, I mean, I know it's like looking crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and fill in pretty much all the empty spaces with silver. I think I might do like something right here with pink just to add a little bit of interest, but basically everything else is going to be filled in with the silver ones, so we're getting there. And then I gotta paint my ears black and my nostrils, like I'm gonna paint that black too, so I'll bring you guys back in a bit. I'd update you guys. I gotta fix this part, it just keeps falling off, but my entire face is done. Let me see if I can make it focus a little better. There you go, there's my whole, okay, now it's, now I just blend into the background. I'm trying to laugh, I'm sorry. But I painted my neck too. I don't want to go too far down because I had to pull my shirt down, but I'm going to have my mom help me paint the back of me. So I'm going to let this dry completely, and then I'm going to sequence my neck, and then I have to do my hair, and then we're pretty much good. I think it's, what time is it? I think it's 10 now, so we've been at it for 4 hours, so that's not too bad, and the neck doesn't take too long, so hopefully we'll be done in about an hour or so. Ella is back home. She is napping. I can't even believe how little I can open. Oh!
Bitch. Something just fell. I don't know from where though, but Ella's sleeping, and when she wakes up, my mom will pick her up again so I can get dressed. But basically right now I'm finished. I'm just watching some YouTube videos, but I can't like pick her up with my costume on very well, especially from a crib, because it's so like restricting. So it's pretty much done. I mean, my entire face is done, and my neck, of course, they still have to get the back, but I have to do that when I go over to my mom's. But yeah, pretty much no eating for me for the rest of the day. I figured if I really get that hungry, I'll just find a place that sells like some sort of shake that I can drink from a straw or something. But I'm gonna make sure that I pack my Kat Von D lipstick, which I used on my lips. Well, yeah. So if I'm lacking a lot of facial expression, it's just because I can't really, ooh, thumbnail for real. It's because I really can't. What are you doing? Oh, you are falling off. Well, I gotta fix that real quick. I need to stop talking. It's what I need to do. I might just be crazy, but I am so flippin' hungry right now. So I was gonna go to Wendy's and get like a medium fry or something because I can eat fries. What, Ella? What's the matter, babe? But my mom forgot my diaper bag at her house, so that's where I'm off to first to go get that, and then afterwards we'll go get some French fries because I was feeding her lunch, and I'm like, I am so flippin' hungry. Ella, what's the matter? The sun's not in your eyes. I don't know. So this is a terrible position, and I'm not planning on keeping you guys here, but I'm at the drive-thru, and I wanted to see their reaction when I pull up. So you probably won't be able to see them, but I hear them. How's the back of my steering wheel? Looks nice.
Hi, welcome to Wednesday. Take order.
Hi, can I just have a small fry and a small Coke, please?
Anything else?
That's it.
379 for Sunday.
Thank you. Shit. Probably have to. There's like no good place to put you guys down because I'm probably gonna need 2 hands. Maybe not. I'll just put you guys here.
Hello.
Hi. I'm sorry.
379.
Oh.
4, 5.
Okay. Thank
Have
you.
a good one. Wherever you're going.
Thank you. His reaction was pretty funny. Yay.
There you go. All right, Dad.
Thank you. Yeah, he was boring. Literally, like, no reaction out of him at all, but what do you expect? It's Wendy's. But hallelujah, we're gonna head home, and I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna try to eat these French fries, because I'm literally so hungry right now, and I ate, like, a full bowl of rice and beans earlier, while I was doing my makeup, but for whatever reason, like, it just didn't hold me over, and I got really hungry really fast. And I was like, well, you know, if I get hungry, then I'll just wait until, like, you know, we're about to go trick-or-treating or something, and then I'll just have, I'll just get, like, a thick shake or something to hold me over. I like to fill my belly. And I just ended up getting really, really hungry. Like, I'll probably still get a shake later, because I still won't be able to really eat. But I was trying to think, I was like, what the heck could I eat with this? And, like, French fries can just, you know what I mean? I'm laughing, but don't look like it. But yeah, we'll head home, eat, and I don't want to show, I'm not going to film too much before we go into Salem, because it's probably going to be a longer vlog, so I'll have a lot to show you, so I don't want to ramble your ear off at the first half of this. So I'll probably see you guys when we're heading off to Salem, or actually trick-or-treating first. Anything like interesting that we see, I want to get.
Let's see what we got. We have $50. Here we go. These guys.